Is outside space important for an HMO? Well, common sense would say that outside space is very important because, especially if we look at what's happened over the last couple of years in the pandemic, people have sought out places to sit outside, to go running, to do exercise. So if you've got an amenity outside of the house within the curtilage of the property, that's always going to be more attractive to a prospective tenant. Now, I think there's probably a size limit to that. We don't need to have massive outside space because that requires quite a bit of maintenance, and also what are the tenants going to do with it. If you have a large garden, you might put an outbuilding out there which could be used as an extra working space or a gym space or even a cinema room. It can be ancillary to the building. But externally, if we've got some greenery, maybe we've got some planters with some wildflowers in it, like we do with the Property Goes Wild campaign that we do at Scott Baker Properties, that can really bring some vibrancy to the area. Alternatively, you could have an outside cooking space with some barbecue, but one thing I would definitely include is outdoor seating, so that it encourages people to sit outside within nature, and then if you can, bring kind of the outside inside through that downstairs communal space. So that's what we'll be looking to do. Now, if you've got very limited outside space, we've got some HMOs in streets of terraced houses, for example, and those just have backyards. It's about using that space creatively. So does the space get any sun? If it doesn't get any sun, it's probably less likely to be used anyway. But if it's in a street like that, is there a nearby park or a nearby recreation ground or lake which would attract the tenants to go and walk around, or to use that instead? That could be a good compromise, but make sure you talk about it when you're advertising the rooms. And if you do have sunshine in that small backyard, then I'd probably be adding some seating, being creative with maybe some benches, or even attaching seating to the fence or to the rear of your property to save on space. So is outside space important? Yes, it is. Don't leave it as an afterthought for your property and project. I think a lot of people do the inside and they forget about the outside, and then it just never gets done. They say, oh, we'll do it later, it never gets done. So always think about doing it up front, and if possible, include it in that initial build contract so that it gets done as part of your project. Hopefully that's been of help. If you want to find out more about what we do at the HMO platform, then head over to thehmoplatform.co.uk. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.